I know technically there's still 2 days till the anniversary, but I can't believe that it's already been 3 years since I started this channel. It absolutely blows me away that that's possible. It feels like just yesterday I started this whole endeavor and met so many of you for the first time. The years have flown so fast, it's kind of scary. But it's been the most fulfilling thing I've ever done, and it's only that because of all of you guys. Before I started YouTube, I only ever thought about how good it would feel to finally put my thoughts out there into the world in a completed fashion. I never considered how making my fans happy would be the real joy of being a YouTuber, and I'll admit that motivated me to probably do some unhealthy stuff. Like, I probably would not have continued to make 3 videos a week for over 2 entire years, and then started doing shorts on top of all of that on the days where I wasn't making a normal video, and then also continued to respond to every single comment I got the entire time. If I wasn't so obsessed with making you guys happy, I'd have cut back like I have recently a long time ago. And how much I've cut back has kind of shown me just how much I ceased doing anything but eating, breathing, and sleeping YouTube. But I don't want you all to feel bad about that. It made me very happy to do it. It's just something that now I realize I couldn't do forever. And honestly, it kind of hurt me to stop trying so hard. I'm even in this phase where I don't really know what to do with myself when I'm not working. I always feel like I should be doing more, but then I just have to tell myself that I need to calm down and rest. But anyways, it has all been so worth it, because I got to know so many amazing people doing this, and I gained more new friends than I ever dreamed. And for some of you, I made your days just that little bit better that you were able to get through it. And you know, there were some rocky times too. Like, that first Discord was kind of a disaster, wasn't it? A lawless pirate town of violence and villainy. But overall, I'm just in awe of my fan base. I legitimately cannot understand YouTubers who have an antagonistic relationship with their fans, or take them for granted. That idea is just alien to me. How can they not appreciate their fans like I appreciate you all? So, with the 3-year anniversary, I wanted to celebrate you guys and the stuff you've made for me. I know this won't appeal to a very wide audience, but I don't care. This is for you guys. If you're here and you haven't subscribed yet, can you please help me out so that way I hit 14k subscribers by the channel's 3rd birthday in 2 days, and your likes would be appreciated. But let's take a look at all the fan art you guys have gifted to me. Each one brings a tear to my eye. I can't believe my luck. By the way, if you've made me a fan art and it's not featured here, then it's because I don't know that it exists. I make an effort to save all the fan art I get, so the only way that I don't have it is if I don't know about it. So if I haven't seen your fan art, feel free to make me aware that it exists. I would love to look at it. And to be clear, this is not a critique of the stuff you send me. You could draw a triangle in the bubbles of a dirty kitchen sink, and I'd still love it to death. So I can't exactly talk shit on any of this. Okay, this is the first piece of fan art I ever received, and it was from Kalian Tomlinson, who changed his online handle a few times since then and is currently going by Finalist Art. And I just can't even begin to describe the feeling of what it was like to be a person who got fan art. It's legitimately one of my proudest moments. I love it. Thank you so much. And yes, murder, Prime Wheeljack. Kill! Kill! Now this is one that was made by Lego Sister and Brother Minecraft, who just goes by the Lego Man now. And I have to say that I just love this. I love that he included the PE on my shoulders, though he switched which side they're on. And I just love the fact that Cliffjumper looks like he's so happy to die here. You may begin to notice a theme emerge with these, by the way. This next one was done by AIC, or ALC. I've never been sure which one it is, because we are a smart culture who makes capital I and lowercase l look exactly the same. This is the first time my fan art has made me look like a badass, and just damn, I may be scarier than Tarn here. This is the second piece from the Lego Man, and it's very directly based on the previous one we just saw. This may be my only fan art that's a fan art of a fan art. Fanception! This one was done for me by Jeff Bezos, and I never really considered the possibility that an Ava could look sick, but I love what you've done here. Also, hello, second murdered Cliffjumper. You will be seen again. I don't want to bore you all bringing it up every time, but it goes without saying that I love each and every one of these. This one was made for me by Bergen08, who sadly gave up on the Transformers and apparently doesn't watch my stuff anymore as a result. But that's fine. I'll miss you, man. Thank you for the memories. Oh, here's one by Pigeon Man X, who doesn't actually really watch my stuff anymore as far as I can tell. God, I miss his level of insanity. Every day, the video just wasn't perfect because it didn't feature a pigeon. I will cherish the many weird conversations we had about how awesome pigeons are. Well, more like you had and I observed with scientific fascination. Okay, I was wrong. There is not only one fan art of a fan art, but instead 2 fan arts of the same one. This is yet a second picture based on the one by AIC. This time by Min18, and it just looks as badass as ever. Thank you for the kind words about the Fraternacons. God, I want to bring that show back. Next up, huge thanks to Dedalian Arts, who made me into a Prime-esque A10 Warthog. I think this is the most complex any of my fan arts have been so far. Love all the text and the action pose. This looks sick as shit. Then you have TARDIS, who turned me into some kind of nightmare cryptid, and honestly, this is kind of always the way I expected to be seen. So the fact that most of my designs so far have been beefcake has always perplexed me. It's not like I dislike those, it's just not what I expected. Obviously, I love it. Thank you, man. Here is one we have by the Soundwave and Shockwave Show, who I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen around. I love that in this one I seem to have minions. Hell yeah, give me some little gremlins to command around. Here's a second one from Bergen, who seemed intent on perfecting my logo, and then this one has a great sense of humor. Hoombi may have actually come up with a product I could afford to make an official one. This always makes me laugh. Devoid has made me into a B-2 bomber. I love that this time, instead of the robot mode being based on my logo, it's the vehicle mode, even if I'm probably too loud and obnoxious to be a stealth bomber. Then GeoWave made a fan art of me and my brother, and honestly, just damn fine work, my friend. Honestly, you kind of nailed the physical dynamic the two of us have on the head. Then Hamsack made these two, and I love them because they make me feel like a member of the Combaticons, or like all of them smashed together as one. Neo Xcliffe has made a scraped-up Prime-esque design, though is this supposed to be Siege based on the text? I love it in any event. I like how every ounce of the motif is pointed up like my logo. Then there's this one from Paper Toaster, and I have a lot of subscribers that have names like Toast, Toasted, and Toaster, and Bread, and Give Me Bread. Also, lots of fans who clearly love Prime. Another new design for my helmet, and this one looks relatively fox-like, which is cool and unique, and the hands are clearly blades with which to rake across Cliffjumper's flesh. Thanks to NeoTF for this one, which just always makes me laugh to look at. I love the expression on my face, and I love how Cliff seems like he's looking directly into the camera. Then we got Lord Draken, who has fused the anaglyphic 3D version of my logo with Galvatron, and I love it. There's just something so pleasing about the black, red, and teal, and it's cool to see this one get some time to shine and not just the purple version. Then there's a character who was inspired by my logo from Firebite 27, called Tarnicles, or Tarnicles? Here it is in color, and it's adorable. Neo Xcliffe has turned me into several versions of a Shy Guy from Mario, and it's quite cute. This is what they should always look like from now on. Irresponsible Fuck has turned me into a badass-looking Dinobot, and I think this is the first time that my logo has formed the chest and not my mask, though that part's still inspired by it. Here's a refinement of that design who's undamaged. I can't read movie Cybertronian, or regular Cybertronian for that matter, so I don't know what the shoulder says. Then here's my sick AF T-Rex mode, and then after that, there's immediately a second version where my logo is the chest crest made by Nylock/Karma13, and this one is the beefiest boy so far. This version looks so goddamn hardcore. Yet another dead Cliffjumper, though I just realized that they're like the same size here, so is this version of me a manlet? Can't say that I ever considered being depicted that way before. Mellocello06 has captured my essence here by having me ranting at a toy of Optimus Prime. I've never considered a fan art of the act of reviewing. Deceptag1 has made this amazing art of my feelings towards faux forming. I love how unengaged I look while saying kill me. And I only just realized that the text is in my 3D logo style. That's awesome. Android GG8 has turned me into an unstoppable weapon of destruction with 3 watches. I don't understand those, but take that, Earthrise Cliffjumper and RC. A lot of people have done this same configuration for my logo's lower jaw, and I don't know why that's so consistent. Jaden Edits has turned me into a furry. The monster. You know, I can't even be mad at furry arts. It motivated you to draw me, and that just feels so rewarding. Giannis Papadopoulos has made a Beast Wars-inspired ghost robot version of me, once again murdering Cliffjumper. You just love to see it. And how am I less than a quarter done so far? I thought I had like 20 pieces of fan art. It's more like 150. How did I not realize? Irresponsible Fuck is back with an even further refinement of this design. I love how scary I look here, like a theatrical tragedy mask possessed by Slenderman. This is goth as hell, and I'm here for it. Killing Cliffjumper because, of course I am, and I guess Bumblebee and Cheetor are there in solidarity? The chest piece is finally incorporated into the Dino mode, as it should be, glorious, and now there's a tank mode too. Normally I'd say that I should be some kind of spacecraft or jet, something that goes fast, you know? But this combination is sick and it makes me happy. I live to be Goth Tank Rex. Microwavable Gun, who became Microwavable Child, or was it the other way around, has made me into a Combiner Core, and I love it. Gun Tank Rex Combiner, let's go! I'm clearly inspired by Bruticus 2, which is the correct decision. Bergen really was one of my main fan artists till he left the community, wasn't he? This one has a weird punk rock energy to it with the grid pants. King Kyle made me into a version of one of those characters from those old Flash animations, right? I don't know what they were called, but I recognize them. Do I turn into a spider tank here? Here's a version of my logo by Firebite that I actually used as the channel's Discord logo until my mods ran a contest for someone to design a new one, which we've used ever since. This is an awesome 8-bit rendition of my face. I love it. Oh hey, what are the odds? Mellocello also turned me into one of those guys from those old Flash animations. I keep getting these in like 2s. I believe that's the Siege Optimus I'm holding there going by the smokestacks. Here's a fan art by Björp, and here it is in color. I like that you've specified that I have dead eyes, and also that you've given me G2 Thundercracker's body for some reason. I feel like you gave me light piping just to mess with me, and the nose cone on the back is an insult. Plus, the parts forming? You unbelievable monster! Dedalian is back, and this time turning me into an SR-71 Decepticon, who for some reason defends the rights of all sentient beings. I mean, it's the right to disagree, but still strange for a con. His stuff continues to be some of the most detailed, dynamic, and graphically designed. The Enigma carved a Hot Wheels / Tech Deck skateboard to resemble my logo, and I've never even fathomed creativity like that. I'm humbled by stuff like this. Rice made my logo in 3D, which I've wanted to do for so long, but just haven't had the time to. Then this was right around the same time that I made the joke that I'm technically a VTuber, so he stuck that logo on the body of a schoolgirl. Truly cursed, my friend, thank you. Then Chinese Knockoff either saw that, or saw my joke about it, though I think it's the former because this too has a red head, and then he drew that with a bit more of the boba, as VTubers are wont to do. King Crow has turned me into some kind of satellite or strange spaceship who likes to argue about objectivity. I can make no protestations, he's nailed me to a T. The Droid has made me into a VTuber again, this time with those Daikon thighs. Here it is without those thighs, and I just realized I'm still in fan art that I received in 2021. My guys, there's so much more. The thighs have returned, and they are quite meaty. Look, guys, I love this bullshit. It's great, but come on. VTubers get such intricate designs, and here I am plastered on a generic body. I mean, that's half the reason why it's hilarious, but at some point, I demand a VTuber body that befits my pointy insanity. Brutta Sussy has made me into a Tarn clone who tortures Cliffjumper with, I think, JoJo's music. I too would be tortured by someone inflicting JoJo upon me. I Love Shoebills has turned me into a Power Rangers / Rayman character, and I love that the Con logo on my shirt has been kind of morphed into mine. Oh, is that where the broken up lower jaw keeps coming from? The Con one? The Droid has turned my logo into the Batmobile's cow catcher. Let's vaporize some farm animals. Jared Jameson, I must disagree. I could never be mad at you for drawing this, even if you did turn me into Earthrise Cliffjumper. Prime Kelly has turned me into an adorable little chibi murderer who knows that shields made out of your own body parts don't work too well, and knows the glory of an MP Soundwave. King Crow is making a suggestion here that would probably be a good idea, but like, fuck it. Just a bad artist is a great artist who turned me into a Seeker. I don't know what it is about the way this is designed, but I feel like this thing is skyscraper big. There's something so satisfying about the colors here too. Bergen turned my logo into a collage with a great many different colors, and man, a lot of these look really good. Gotta love the watermelon pink and green one. There are only two acceptable flavors of candy: watermelon and strawberry. Captain Foxy has drawn what is perhaps the only heroic-looking piece of fan art of me, and I can't tell if it looks more like a Gundam here or like a Megas XLR character, but either way, I'm here for it. Dromus turned my logo into an adorable anime face. It's so damn cute it hurts. I used this for the Discord logo for a while too. I Love Shoebills is back, this time called CEO of Balls, and he has altered his design to no longer be Rayman-esque, and instead it now looks like a costume that I could honestly wear. I'm almost tempted to put one together. Shadow Under and Behind has made me into a very shiny robot. Something about the way the light is playing off this design is just so appealing, and he's actually using my grid as a backdrop. Oh, I think a few other people have done that too, but in like black and white so I didn't notice. Oh, is that what those punk rock pants were? Suspicious Pleb has made some fan art of If I Were a Junkion. I only think that because of the way the legs work, but either way, this is a cool design. Interestingly, the mask is just a visor. Feels almost like it kind of predicted the Earthspark aesthetic. He's also drawn me as a samurai. This one feels exceedingly Sentai. Primecore, using only tone, has drawn me as a conglomeration of Beast Wars characters, though I think I have Prime's chest. I've got Megatron's arm, Cheetor's underwear, Dinobot's thighs, and maybe Tarantulas' knee down, and I'm melting a Bumblebee with an Optimus Primal riding on my shoulder. And I just love the scanning reference with the dino bones in the ground. Mr. Swindle has made me into what looks like a character out of Bobobo Bobobo. It's the big eyes. And yes, I do love Soundwave. Alternate version of the same idea. Hoovy made a couple versions of my logo in pixel format, and I use this one for the icon of my patrons Discord. Wait, did Seeker206 make a fan art of Captain Foxy's fan art? I guess we have two fan arts of different fan arts. This one looks a bit more villainous than the one that inspired it, which I guess is how you guys seem to see me. Perspective cry. Gamer37X Des has made me my own Space Marine chapter. I think this is actually an old version of it, but nonetheless it looks sick. Purple and green are underutilized as a color scheme. G-Axis' most devout goblin has made me look like something out of heavy metal, which I guess he was going for G2, so that tracks in literally every way. Yeah, that is what G2 was going for, wasn't it? Almost makes me like G2 a little more now. Microwavable Gun has made a head design for me that makes me think I'm a Scramble City Combiner, or a replacement for Blastoff. Rice has made a dope-ass CGI death machine with both a Soundwave and the Inferno Space Marine meme I made long ago. This captures my vibe so hard. Android has a giant me with a Matrix menacing two bots who completely deserve it, and then Prime RC and Sunstorm? I don't know why they're here. Do I have a cape or wings? Is King Crow and Crimson Crow the same guy? Because if so, he has grown a lot as an artist since the first time he gave me a fan art. This time, I'm something of a Star Destroyer, and the look of this is so much more detailed. I really feel like a Titan here. Gojirag has turned me into a jet sled of a vehicle, and of course, I got a decapitated Cliffjumper. Also, I think this one captures my energy in many of my reviews. Here Hoovy, or maybe this is actually a guy called Hoofy, not sure if I just misspelled that, has turned me into a knockoff it seems. JTM14 has drawn me like a little Mega Man-esque ninja bot with a scarf. I love it, I look like a platformer character, and I have an accessory too. Johannes Basil's work here reminds me of both of these pictures, and I love it for that. I also worry that it's giving me the fuck eyes. Prime Kelly is back, and this time I look even more menacing. You know, I never really thought of how wider eyes on this design could look threatening. Also, I don't clown on RC that much, do I? I like that Ramjet 2 here has chosen some really unique colors for me. This design carries a far more Beast Warsy energy for it, and it makes me really happy. It reminds me of Transmetal Spidor. Zoidus has turned me into a spooky zombie, and has given me a Siege Seeker's Null Ray. Also, is this the first picture to incorporate the moon or the sun? It really sets the tone of the scene. Yip has turned me into a battering ram or a blur that's about to slip on a banana, and I love this bigger version because it reminds me of the G1 Dreadwind or BB or whatever it was called when I had it as a kid. It just fills me with such nostalgia, even if they are fundamentally different designs. CEO of Kaiju has made a 30-minute missions inspired by me, which, that's a cool idea for those things. Just building stuff based on shows that you like, cheap and fast. Starshock has made this honestly beautiful and unsettling version of me. This looks like Tarn's even more sadistic cousin, in a slinkini. Flop of Fraternacons has made a piece of art that I'm not sure is technically fan art of me, because it seems to be Freddy from FNAF with the body of a G1 Megatron and the cannon off of an original High Moon Megatron. I don't seem to factor in. Microwavable Gun has made this adorable pixel art of my logo, and I should use this at some point. It looks so proud of itself. Some AT-AT has redesigned my logo, and it's very classy looking. I don't know what else to say, it just looks good. Maximum Effort has turned me into Perspective Eradicator. I like how my logo is even visible in the knees and pervading the whole design. I figure this has to be huge given the name. Skywarp Sketches drew a version of me that looks like Optimus fused with Batman made out of diamond, which is a very dangerous sounding combination. Zoidus has me fighting movie Starscream to take on a giant terrifying snake in the rain. I think this may be the first of these fan art fights that I don't win. Sentient Shoebox has turned me into the Doomslayer slaughtering movie Megatron, Earthrise as a toy line or TV series, and Kingdom Arc, all while being looked on upon favorably by the gods of MMC. This is like a mashup of my entire channel, and it's genius. Dedalian Arts has done a bunch of new versions of my logo in new coloring styles, and each one of them looks so sick that I want to use them instead of my normal one. God, I love all of these. Misplagued has made a cool graphic of my logo. I want this on a shirt. I have an alteration of animated blur into me from Burkino 8 that I think I just saved super late, because this is almost at the end, and he hasn't watched my stuff in over a year, as I understand it. SNES Dredge has a truly deranged me threatening to kill Soundwave, and I would never do something like that. Complain has made another cool Ava unit as me. Again, I thought this was impossible, but the silver and red just do it for me, and this version looks so much more stalwart than a normal Ava. MCP 5030 has made a pretty badass looking version of me, who seems like they may be a duocon or triple changer. Cool idea to have the treads frame the cockpit. Human 458 has made a version of my logo that looks like it's out of Gurren Lagann. Zoidus has made me into a Michael Bay abomination. What have I ever done to you to deserve this? Now my logo too, you monster! Exalted Archvile has made me into PerspectiveEnd, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I approve. Primecore has a cool new version of his original picture, still with me having the Optimus Primal and me murdering Bumblebee and Cliffjumper. Sentient Shoebox has made me even more Tarn than ever, and just damn I look good in 3 dimensions. Jakku has turned me into a cool-looking barbarian transformer called Endus, who makes me think of maybe a Herald of Unicron. DoomBass has posted a video of some of his fan art of me, but I feel like this isn't the whole picture. I want to see it all, and not just from the pecs up. I think there's a blue version of my logo on his chest too. And lastly, Anthony Anderson has turned me into seemingly a triple changer that's probably a jet, car, and crab, given the crab claws, tires, and wings. This definitely has my build a lot more than some of the other pictures. So that was all the fan art that I've ever known that I got, or that I'm not too stupid to remember. And I loved every single one of them with all of my heart. They are all awesome, and I am so happy to be part of all of your lives. I probably should have cut this video in half, but that wouldn't be very anniversary celebration-y of me now, would it? If you want to send me fan art, you can email them directly to me, you can post links to your social media in your YouTube comments, or you can send them to me on Discord. Now it's time for the monthly shoutouts. If my throat is not raw by the end of this recording session, I will be shocked. Please follow the instructions on your screens. Every time I do the monthly shoutouts, people ask me how they get a shoutout, even though I always put them on your screens. I love you guys, but I don't understand how it's not clear. There's no way for me to be more blatant about it. Saphire makes amateur music on YouTube. I've listened to it, and it's not as bad as you think, my friend. It's honestly not bad at all. Oh hey, MCP requested a shoutout today. What are the odds? He just turned 19 at the end of last month. Happy birthday, my guy, and he's joining the Navy soon. Best of luck, man. Serve with honor. Stellarusprime is customizing figures and making stop motions, even reviewing them from time to time. Check them out if any of that sounds interesting to you. Flyer Ninja 1's birthday was on the 15th of last month. Happy birthday, dude. Xavier Walko wants you to check out his YouTube, DeviantArt, and his Discord. On YouTube, he uses AI to mash different anime into each other. On DeviantArt, he makes fan fiction and draws, and on Discord, it's a role-play and anime fan club. It's Adam Incience is playing Minecraft on YouTube. Mechagouki wants you to watch his redo of Healer pitch meeting, done in the style of the show by Ryan George. And if you do, he'd like your feedback onto whether or not you think he should do more. Vakknia wants you to check out the first chapter of their book, Southern Dawn, Welcome to the Wasteland. It's a Mad Max-inspired series set in a desert about scavengers. That sounds like my kind of story. Good luck to Kohen Kindrick on his first year of high school. RetroMegatron took a break for 2 months, and now YouTube is punishing him for it. So check out their Ben 10 and Transformers videos to jumpstart them again in the algorithm. Autobot 9 would like you to check out their YouTube channel, where he does reviews and stop motions. No Lego this time? Madness! Dr. Spice Meme Defender's birthday is coming up, so happy birthday, and he requests that I tell Starby to stop spreading their legs for Megatron. Tweedy Dragon's birthday was on the 19th of last month, so happy birthday, and he's planning on posting videos to his channel soon, so let's see how many subs we can get him before he even posts. Transform Buggy09 just started their channel 2 weeks ago, and they already have 3 videos and over 200 views, which is better than I had when starting out in that same time frame. What are the odds but DoomBass would like me to shout out theirs and just about all of their friends' channels? So check out DoomBass Productions, AAFuzionYT, Transformer Studio, and Transit Prime Studios. Iacon Collections wants me to single out a figure from his Instagram that stands out for being awesome or terrible looking in his photography. And I have to give it to the Magic Square Shiny Edition Optimus Prime, and that 86 movie shooting pose, that looks so killer. Ghosty would like you to check out their Instagram, where they post their Transformers photography, and their YouTube, where they do memes and gaming videos. Optimus Knight 100 is doing reviews of the Transformers, and if I might have a suggestion, my friend, maybe consider reviewing them in your native language. There are many people reviewing in English. You might be able to capture a market people like me can't. Then again, you might also find that the pool of people to draw from is too small, so maybe give it a try, but do what you think is best for your channel. And that's not half what I have to say, but it's enough what I have to say. And I know, you know, what everyone else tells you to do at the end of these videos. So, if you liked what you saw here, please do that. And if you'd like to take it a step further, then please share this video with any friend you think may be interested. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me waste your time.